Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And so, real quick, right before we start, there's a couple little announcements I wanted to make at the beginning of this video. One, first of all, as you can see, the new light box that I'll be using for my videos. And two, I got a turntable, which I'm excited to use in this video and future videos. And next is that I'm thinking of possibly making a second channel of doing just like Hasbro, Takara, third-party reviews of actual figures, and leaving this channel to build videos and reviews of that build that I did. So if you are watching this beginning portion of the video, please feel free to comment what you think and if I should keep how I'm doing it now or make a second channel, and if it would work out better that way. So please tell me what you think in the comments below. And also, if you couldn't notice, I'm trying to slowly make my videos look better and better for you guys. Also because I just wanted to look better for myself. So yeah, I've gotten, of course, the light box, the turntable, and I think that's it. But anyways, that's kind of really the only updates that I have. And so let's get into the actual context of this video. If you read the title, you will know we'll be taking a look at Iron Factory's 2021 IF EX-49 Void Legion as their take on Scourge. And I think it looks quite nice. Of course, here we have him in his vehicle mode. Oh, nice and spaceship-like. I don't know. But of course, you can see these are like the thrusters. They look quite nice. Let me see if I turn the brightness up a little bit, you can see into the thrusters a little bit better. But there is some pink paint in there, just how the lighting is, you can kind of see it right there. It's very difficult, but there's pink paint here. Of course, the red paint up here and here. And then just make it a little darker. There's not a lot of paint apps, but I do like that because that means that you can still get a lot of detail with the base figure. So yeah. But anyways, the only weapon storage on Scourge is for his blaster, and you can see the little hole in the center, the mid off-centered in the alt mode, and so you just, of course, just slide it in there, and you can have his blaster stored in his spaceship mode. But other than that, that's kind of it, just due to how all of his other accessories implement into the actual figure. So yeah. For weapon stores, that's really it, but I do like it. It has that kind of third little scope builder thing. But anyways, real quick, before we get on to comparisons, I wanted to show y'all the box. So of course, here is Void Legion's, or Iron Factory Scourge's box. Of course, you can see the nice product image of him in his alt mode with the blaster stored right there. And I like the hexagon detailing on the Iron Factory boxes. I think it looks quite nice. Of course, Void Legion EX-49, EX-49, EX-49. On the back, you can get him in robot mode, alt mode, and of course all the different configurations you can get him in. I will briefly show all of them, but I'm mainly going to be focused on this one because this is what you get out of the packaging, and this one, which is personally my favorite combination of the different faces and shoulder pads. So yeah, but I'll briefly do little cuts of these two just so you can see what they look like. And so, and just the underside, the top, the Iron Factory 2021, the bottom, things and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it for the box. So let me readjust the camera and we'll get on to comparisons. So comparisons for Scourge is actually going to include some new figures I got on my birthday, which was last Monday. So feel free to say happy birthday in the comments if you wish. But so of course, some other Iron Factory figures that you may know that I have. The Iron Factory Burning Slug, aka Warpath. I don't think they look too bad. Of course, I think the spaceship would be a little bit bigger, kind of like there. But anyway, so there's Warpath. The Iron Factory Racing Rose Retrograde. And so I don't think they look bad. As you can see, they got little Decepticon decals, which I did receive when I got Scourge. So I got on all my little legend scale Decepticons, I put Decepticon symbols on them. And a new figure is the MS-27. It's the Mechanic Studio. Yes, the Mechanic Studio is the sub group 2 Mech Fan Toys. They're MS-27 Poison, aka Octane, which I think it looks quite nice. And of course, you can see on the tail fin, I added the Decepticon symbols as well. And so I don't think they look too bad. Personally, these two are some of my favorites that I've recently got. But anyways, if you have watched my review for the Doctor Who Chatter, you would know that I got a new third-party Soundwave, which does have a new decal on it. But I don't think he looks too bad. Speaking of Chatter and the decals, I did add decals to Chatter, to both Beastbox and Squawk Talk. So, yeah. I'm not going to get into that because that's not their video, but yeah. And then lastly, of course, Magic Squares Optimus Prime. So, yeah. And of course, I'll do robot mode comparisons and whatnot, but real quick, let's do a full 360 for Scourge with my brand new turntable. And here we have Scourge on the brand new turntable. And I don't think it looks too bad at all with the white backdrop and everything. But it does get a little loud if I be really quiet. If you can hear, that's the motors like spinning the turntable, obviously. Of course, here is Scourge for a full 360. Of course, we can go the other way. So I'll just do one more full view of him and we'll get on to transformation. So yeah. But I'm very excited to start using this turntable in future videos because it will allow me to do some cool 360 shots and do some cool end card shots as well. So yeah. But let's move on to transformation. So transformation for Void Legion, aka Scourge, is if you have the blaster attached, you want to just slide it off and remove it and put it off to the side. And then from there, you just pull down on this section like so, which just tabs in this tab into that port. Just fold that all the way out. Same thing on the other side, just like that. And then after that, you want to fold the head up, rotate it 180 degrees, and fold it back down, and fold the whole collar down as well. As you can see, Scourge also has a Decepticon symbol on it. And then you want to take the legs and split them in half. And then after that, you want to take the whole assembly and lift it up. And on this double hinge right there, you want to bring it up. And there are, I don't know if you can see that, but there are tabs that will go into some slots right there. Just fold it up on the double hinge and they will just slide into place. Now it becomes a lot harder to get this thing out. So yeah. And after that, you can rotate the legs forward and fold out the little spike on his toe by this little notch at the end. just flick it out and it will give you some room to grab it at the bottom of the foot, and hopefully you can just fold it out and make sure the front of the foot is nice and level, because you should bring it all the way up. If that happens and you have it too low, there's a little divot in the foot, so make sure you get as flat as you possibly can. Then just fold the foot out, just like that. Same thing on this side. Just fold out the little, like, not really sure what to call this, but little piece on the foot, just like that. And fold out the foot, and then on this side, on this foot, where the tab is, you can see there's a little heel spur there. You want to take the tab and fold it back until it's flush with the rest of the foot. So now you have somewhat even heel spurs. And then you just want to extend the legs, and then to fill in this gap, you fold this up, fold it in, and fold it back down. And now your legs have no hollow spaces. Same thing on this side. Fold the leg out, lift it up and over and down. So legs are done, backpack is done, head is done, and then for the shoulders, if you have these shoulder pieces attached, you want to fold this out and fold it down, and then just rotate the wrist until it's facing forward, and you can bring down the shoulder if you like. Same thing on this side, fold that out, fold it down, and bring the wrist down. Okay, so yeah, here we have Scourge in his robot mode. So here we have Scourge in his robot mode, and real quick, we'll do a quick little 360 of Scourge in robot mode. I don't think he looks too bad. And if you noticed, once he circles back around, the plastic on the back is nice colors, but this blue and that blue are very similar, and this lighter blue are very, very similar. So the color matching on him is spectacular, if I do say so myself. And he's got a little bit of paint apps, which do help out, like on the shoulders, on the face, on the forearms, and the hip skirt. Got a little bit of paint, but I do think it helps out him a lot, and right down the back. But yeah, other than that, let's get into some robot mode comparison. So comparisons for Scourge in his robot mode. Here we have one of the Iron Factory Racing Bros from the Retro Gauge 2-pack. Of course, here we have Runabout. My bad. Their names get a little confusing sometimes. So yeah, and then Iron Factory's Warpath, which I don't think these two look bad at all, personally. And then here we have him with this still unknown third-party Soundwave that I got. Please help me find the company who made this, because I'd like to know if they have any other figures. But yeah, next up, of course, here we have the Mechanic Studios Octane. And Octane is very tall compared to Scourge. I'm not sure if that's G1 accurate, show accurate, or whatever, but I don't think that looks too bad, though. Wish Scourge was a little taller, but it's not the worst. And then, of course, finally, the Magic Square Optimus Prime. I think that looks very nice. So yeah, let's get on to articulation. So, articulation for Scourge is actually quite nice. You got a ball joint in the head for full 360, but depending on which head to use, it may be a little limited, but then he can look up that far, down that far, and do the transformation joint, he can look down a lot. He can look up a little bit better, but yeah. Then do the transformation joint here for up and down, and then if you move the little wing sections, just scoot them up for some more clearance, you can use the ball joint in the arm for a full 360, and then outward movement that far, bicep rotation, a little over 90-degree bend at the knee and ball joint in the wrist due to how you can swap out the hands. When we get to accessories, I'll go more depth into that. And my first official third-party figure to have a dedicated ab crunch, and I was very excited about this. He has a dedicated ab crunch, and it is very cool. And then I think these little side pieces move, but I don't know how to get it. I know you probably just flick it up, but I have no nails at the moment, so I can't do that. But the back skirt and the side skirts do move out to help with the movement, but for right now, if you just rotate the leg a little bit, you can get it kicking forward that far, kicking back that far, and kicking out that far, which is quite nice. And then thigh rotation and just over 90-degree bend at the knee, and ball joint in the foot for forward and backwards, tilting, and a slight rotation. So yeah, I don't think he is, well, actually some little bonus articulation due to transformation. There is a C-clip here, a swivel here, C-clip here, C-clip here, and swivel here, and another joint right there. But so these wings are very posable, so if you get them like diving, you can get them like full like aerodynamic mode, wings in, them folded back and everything. He's going down, and then of course you can fold them back out as he's gliding across Cybertron, or whatever else you wish to do. I once saw a picture where they had him like holding it over like it's a little like cape kind of deal, but whatever you wish to do. I like to pose them like this with them all spread out, which I think looks quite cool. But so yeah, so now let's get on to accessories, and he comes with a lot of them. So I'm just gonna put Scourge right here in the background, and then of course we have his blaster from earlier, which is nice. It's cast, sorry, that was the turntable remote, but it is cast out of a blue plastic, and I don't think it looks too bad. And it's got a little red paint at the end of it, so that's one of the accessories. And of course, they all did come in this little baggie, but this is all of his accessories. And let me get these out sorted so you can see everything, and I can show you what it all comes with. So here you can see all of Scourge's accessories, and he comes with a lot. Bunch of different posable hands, the blaster, all of the different weapons, and all of the different customizable options. And the weapons are paired with each character. And I based that off of what the box showed off. So this one has the double-bladed weapons. This one, the mask, has the handheld blades. And this one, with the little thruster shoulder pads, has the arm blades. And of course the Scourge has the scythe. But I was confuzzled about this piece until I may or may not have taken the screws out of one leg, specifically this leg. And if you also did not know what the piece was for, I am about to show you. So we'll just do this so we can see. But if you just take out these two screws on the side, y'all can see that. You take out these two screws, and you see this part. So you just open up the leg. It is a replacement knee joint. I don't know if this was on accident for me, or if multiple people had this, but I am still confused why they give you this. But in case your Void Legion's knee breaks and it's either side, they give you an extra to replace it. You just had to get the little pin out. put this on, put the pin back in, and screw it back on, and your Scourge's knee would be back to normal. So yeah, because I was curious and I wanted to figure out what it was for, and I did. So yeah. But so if you wish, feel free to tell me in the comments below which of the 4 combinations that are put on the box of the different sweeps. We'll name know which one is your favorite in the comments below. So the one that is equipped with Scourge with the actual main body right now, call this these shoulder pads and the head 1. This one 2, 3, and 4. Tell me if you have this figure or you've seen this figure before. Tell me which one is your favorite, or what is your favorite combination, like 1 head and 4 shoulder pads or whatever. But personally for me, the second one is my favorite combination. So yeah, but I am gonna go just show you all of these with their weapons, do a quick 360, and then we'll get on. And so yes, sorry, but so I'm going to show Scourge with his scythe, how to implement it. Put this together, how to implement the weapons. This one, how to implement the weapons, and this one, how to implement the weapons and whatnot. And then I'll finish the video off in this one because it is my favorite. So yeah, sorry that was a little confusing. But with Scourge, you take these hands, and they look like they're going to hold something, which they are. They're going to hold the scythe. So you gotta just slide it in there on the bottom section, like that, and it holds it perfectly. You take one of the little purple pieces, and you just slide it on the end, and there you have the scythe. And of course, you just pop the hand off on the ball joint, and then just slide the actual hand on, like that. You can have a Scourge, like, getting ready to be the grave digger for Halloween. He's got the scythe. Get it? Whatever. So yeah, we've already seen Scourge in Robo mode already, so we'll take just a look at the scythe, which don't think it looks too bad. You can't split it into 2 pieces. I'm not sure why you would need that unless you need to dual wield weapons for a minute, but yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. The detailing is quite good for for how like thin it is, but yeah. So let me go into this configuration onto the turntable. So yeah, but so real quick before that happens, just to show you how to implement any of the heads or the shoulder pads. For the heads, what I do, not to break it, is I take a small screwdriver, and if I wanted to put this head on, I just unscrew the head that's on the main figure, swap them, put them back together, and put them back in a little baggie. Because of how small they are, I don't want to break the plastic since it's much thinner and a little bit more expensive. But then with the shoulder pads, it is quite easy. It's easier if you fold the arm forward. You just go from the front and push out like that, and it just slides off. And you can just take this one, which I'm going to show off next, and just take the little hole that's on the end. There's a little tab on the back of the arm. Just hook that on there like this. Just hook it on there, and then just bring the arm up and over it, the shoulder pad up and over the arm, and then your new shoulder pad is attached. So yeah, that's how I switch out everything. And so let me get Scourge in the next configuration, and I'll show that off. So of course now here we have Void Legion in the next configuration with the shoulder pads and new head. And I think it's so cool that just switching out 3 different pieces gives a completely new look to the character, and I think it's very cool design. But yeah, as you can see, he's missing hands, but that is because I'm going to show you what hands and accessories you will need for this one based on the back of the box. So you'll need these hands, which are semi-closed or semi-opened, and so you just pop those on the ball joint like that. Oops. Best if you bring the arm a little forward and hold it still. Just pop both hands on, just like that. So now he has hands. And you take these, which don't look bad at all. They got a little blade in the center with the 2 posts for the purple energy pieces, which you just take 2 of them. And based on the back of the box, you can either do it this way to where they're like flayed out, or more like claw. So we'll do one of both so you can see. So of course it just depends on which way you orientate them. So for this one, we'll do like what kind of looks like a crossbow or something. So yeah, there's that. Very simple. And then there's just this little post that will slide into the bottom of the hand. I found that works best for me. Instead of trying to go through the top of the hand, this works best for me. So there's one. Then of course we'll take the other one and do like the claw-esque thing. So yeah. Then there's this one. Pay it onto the bottom of the hand. So yeah. Let me get the 360 real quick, and then I will shift over to the next configuration. Just after I do the 360, just switch to this one and put his weapons on, and do the same thing for the last one. And then I think that's pretty much it. And of course, here we have him on the turntable. So I'll do one quick little rotation of him with the new accessories and shoulder pads. So you can see it gives them a little bit of a different like aspect or vibe, you could say, to the character, and I think it's quite nice. I do like the blades and the different shoulder pads. And if you want to see the remote, if you're interested, but we can just turn it around if we wish. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. But if you noticed on the head, it does get these little frills, which I think completely changes the character up. I think that's very cool. And so now I'm going to move on to the 3rd configuration on the box of accessories and pieces. So yeah, let's go. And here we have the Void Legion in the 3rd configuration. And so I don't think this one looks too bad either. I do like the little mustache that this one has with the thruster shoulders, which I think looks quite cool. So real quick, just on assembling his weapons, you'll need 2 the little purple blade pieces and these 2 arm blades kind of deals. So of course you just have the little peg right there. Let me focus. And you just slide the piece on, just like that. You can have it back and forward. I'm just gonna leave it forward. And so, of course, assembling the 2nd one. So then you just take your Void Legion figure, and there's little gaps in the arm, which you just slide the little square post into the arm, just like that. He's got arm blades. I actually do think these look pretty cool. And as you can see, I left these hands because since they're on his arm, he can still hold the blaster. And so I also wanted to get y'all to see one of the configurations with the blaster. And his hand. Oopsie. But yeah. So other than that, let's do a quick little 360. And I think this one looks cool as well. And like I said earlier, I think it's very cool how Iron Tractor was able to give completely different feel to a certain character depending on how you actually display him, with what weapons, with what shoulder pads, with what face. And because you can unscrew them, I was thinking about how you could, just gonna stop that, take the back half of this face, this one with the little frills on it, and combine it with the front full beard and mustache of this one, and totally just swap, customize the heads a little bit, which I was thinking about it too. But so yeah, and that is what I'm gonna do for the end card. Just mess around with all of the different pieces and accessories and see how customized I can make this guy look. So yeah, now after this, let's move on to the last official configuration, the masked head, which is personally my favorite head, just how it is. So yeah, let's get into it. And here we have the fourth and final so-called official configuration is what I'm calling it. So it's the masked head with these kind of not spiky, but kind of battle shoulder pads. And I think he is the most, this sweep feels like the most battle ready, based on his looks. So just putting it back at the stand. And this is his weapon, a little handheld sword / dagger. And to put it in his hand, you just slide it in there like this. Very, very easy. Just like that. Kind of have him have his hand like this. Like that. Kind of just getting him in a pose. And so to assemble it, if you couldn't already tell, you just take the little post on the black handle and take the purple blade, slide it on like that, fold it forward, just like so. And for this blade, I'll flip it over, make it look cool. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna flip it around like that. Take this blade, flip it like that. Oh, there goes the hand. Just like that. Now that looks a lot better. So yeah, and I like this one because I think it's the most during the war version of Scourge, or this sweep, I think would be the most battle ready, in my opinion. And so I think my favorite weapons are these daggers that he has, and the actual scythe. So yeah, I think it looks very cool. Very, I think if I saw that sweep, I would definitely be running in the opposite direction. But yeah, so now that you've seen all four of the so-called, or what I'm calling them, the official configurations that are on the back of the box, we started off with that one, we went to this one, we did that one, and now we are on this one, which is right there. So so for you it'll be a second, for me it'll be a couple minutes or so. And I'm gonna mess around with all of these shoulder pieces, the weapons, the faces and whatnot, and try to make a cool custom weird looking sweep. And feel free, once you see it, feel free to tell me in the comments what you think about it, and if you would have to rate it 1 out of 10, what would you rate it? But so yeah, let's do that. So here's this weird little sweep that I made just now. So as you can see, it's got a split, 2 different heads combined, because you can see half of a head right here, the back half of a head right here, and the other screw that would combine them. But yeah, then you can see the arm blades, the scythe, the blaster, these cool, like, elegant, like, wind turbine shoulder pieces. But like, I was just messing around, and so kind of wanted to see what I could create. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and all the other fun stuff that I've said. Feel free to check out the brand new Draconis combiner that I'm working on. There will be a second video, the build video for corrosion soon, so stay tuned for that. I will be doing some other figures, different new builds and whatnot in the future. Anyways, just stay tuned for all of that. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.